takes you away from focusing on the breath, then simply noticing what took you away, sounds, thoughts, whatever, and then very gently escorting the attention back to the breath, wherever you're following it. If the mind wanders, that's fine. That's what minds do. Just acknowledge where it went and bring it back, and do that over and over again, without giving yourself a hard time. Remembering that meditation is not about clearing the mind, but seeing its patterns, just noticing what it does, and using the breath as an anchor to bring us back to now, to this moment. And then at a certain point, expanding the attention to the body as a whole, as if the whole body was breathing now. Noticing all the sensations in the body from the crown of the head to the bottom of the feet and right out to the sides, to the surface of the skin and inside the body. And cradling all the sensations in awareness, a spacious awareness. Allowing them to be just as they are, whatever they are, as far as we can. A sense of coming home to the body. And then when you're ready, beginning to move fingers and toes. And if your eyes have been closed, allowing them to open and taking in the room again. Okay. Short 3-minute breathing space. 3-minute breathing space usually is a bit more than 3 minutes. So somebody once said that was more than 3 minutes. We stopped calling it 3-minute breathing space, now we just call it breathing space. And notice the breathing space actually starts not with breathing, but with acknowledging. With as it were stepping out of autopilot and just waking up. I mean, interesting, Buddhism, from which this comes, Buddhism just means wake upism. And so it just means waking up moment by moment to what's going on. And people find it gives them more choice. And just then to finish the story, and then I'll finish, we did develop an 8-week program based on Jon Kabat-Zinn's work, adapted for sort of mental health rather than physical health. And started to teach people who come to us with recurrent depression how to do this meditation, and produced an 8-week program, and then found to our surprise that it halved the rates of recurrent depression in the next 12 months in the most recurrent groups, those with 3 or more episodes of depression, that were proving rather difficult to deal with their own depression with other therapies and treatments. And now there's 6 studies that all point in the same direction, now involving around 600 patients around the world. And two of those studies have compared it with antidepressants and found that although in one study you can use it together, you don't have to do one or the other, but 2 studies have done one or the other and found they're about equivalent, so that it's no worse at 3 episodes to do antidepressants or to do this. But of course, if you're on antidepressants, you must always come off them with the help of your doctor, really, because some of them can be quite difficult to come off without supervision. And in the green book that's just come out, that's the Frantic World book, what Danny Penman and I were intending to do was to take that clinical program and then make it available to people who had not experienced necessarily big depressions. Just finding the Frantic World just gets you down. And it turns out that there are various ways in which, when we have to suffer a frantic world, it tends to get us down, because this way in which we try to solve problems, the way in which the filmmaker in the head gets involved, is pretty automatic. It involves a lot of verbal stuff. We can get easily into brooding, ruminating, in which we take our thoughts absolutely seriously as if they're telling the truth about us, rather than seeing thoughts as mental events. We take them personally. We tend to live in the past and the future, and mindfulness basically takes each one of those features of this filmmaker and says, look, here's a meditation that you can explore that might help you with this aspect. And then next week, here's another meditation you might explore that helps you with that aspect, and so on over the 7 of the 8 weeks of the program. And that's the intention of the Green Book. Both this and the previous books on the mindful ways of depression have a CD. The first one, the Mindful Ways of Depression, has a CD narrated by my colleague John Kabat-Zinn, who has become a great friend and collaborator with us. And the Frantic World book has a CD narrated by myself that takes you through the program. And so I'll stop now, and we can have some questions or whatever else you'd like to do. Okay, thank you.